Hey everybody, what's up? Here's the focus of today's video, sawdust. Sawdust is man glitter. Why? Because if you've made some sawdust, then you've made something today. Something out of wood, probably. If you haven't made it, you're in the process of making it. The problem is, you've also made a mess. So let's figure out what to do about that. Here's my solution to that problem. It's a regular old shop vac, still with the same hose it came with, except that it's got that, which is called a cyclone, in between. And what the cyclone does is it transfers the suction, but it doesn't transfer the sawdust into the shop vac and thereby clogging the filter. Instead, the sawdust falls through a hole in the bottom. I like to call it my man glitter collection box. Here's where I was just a few weeks ago, the same place a lot of people are, with a clogged filter. That sucks because, well, it no longer sucks. Tired of cleaning out that filter, emptying the shop vac, I went ahead and I ordered the Dust Deputy made by Oneida. Here's what it looks like. Pretty simple, really. That's where the shop vac loads to, and then that side port, you connect the hose, which could go to a tool, or you could just use it to vacuum up the floor. And then the bottom is actually empty. There's nothing there. There's just a hole that drops down. That's what the sawdust is supposed to fall through. So here I am on the garage floor, just kind of experimenting with different possible layouts. This box shows really well what happens. The dirty air comes in and clean air continues to the shop vac because 99% of the dust and the debris are supposed to fall into the pail below. So I poked around online a little bit, just looking for some ideas, and almost all of them feature the shop vac connected to the cyclone, which is on top of a 5-gallon pail with a lid. You can buy one from them as well, or lots of people have made their own systems like this one. Personally, I just found that looked a little too jumbly and top heavy for what I wanted it to do. So I decided I'm going to eliminate the 5-gallon pail, and I'm going to build a box that the shop vac and the cyclone can sit on, so it can fit under a counter for me. And here's just the cutouts of the 5 pieces for my box. I decided not to make any video of me putting the box together. I just used pocket screws, as you can see in the picture. I'm sure it would have been edge of your seat action, but you can figure that part out yourself. Here's what the box looks like all put together. I mounted the wheels just like that, as I said, because I wanted it to sit as low as possible. And I had those wheels kicking around from something else, so I just adapted the box to make that work. Here is the finished product. I should mention that it's extremely important your lid fits really tight so that, what was that? Oh, that reminds me, by the way, I cut a rabbet into the lid, not the kind you just saw, but a rabbet like this. And that just is a type of joint. It just makes the lid fit really snug so that it's totally airtight, that box. That box needs to be a vacuum. It can't draw any air or else your cyclone's not going to work. So if you look closely here, in addition to the rabbet cutting the lid, which you can't see, you can just barely see the weather stripping that I put on the top of the box so that when I put the lid on, it's totally airtight. These latches, there's one there and one there, and there's 2 more on the other side. that just pulls the lid down snug so that it's a completely tight vacuum. Those little blocks, they go all the way around the shop vac, and I didn't screw it down or anything. It just makes for a nice snug fit so it's not going to fall off. You're going to find the cheapest way to connect everything for your dust collection is with 2-inch ABS. However, it doesn't fit the shop vac very well. So I don't know if you can see in this picture, but I actually use my table saw. Probably not the safest thing to do, but just raised the blade a 1/16 of an inch and just shaved a little bit off all the way around that piece of ABS so that it fits really snugly. And here comes the moment of truth. I cleaned out my shop vac, cleaned out the filter, and my box hasn't even been used yet. That's why it's clean, and it's time to put it to the test. Put everything together, turned it on, threw a bunch of sawdust on the floor. Cue the fun music while I suck up this sawdust. If you look, you can see the sawdust falling through the bottom of that cyclone. Super cool. And now it's all vacuumed up. Moment of truth. How much ended up in the shop vac out of that big pile on the floor? Almost nothing. And here's the box. It maybe doesn't look like much, but that's a nice collection of sawdust that is not in my shop vac and is not clogging my filter. Now that I got that working well, I got to figure out how I'm going to connect it to all of my tools. Thanks for watching, everybody. Let's get back to that music.